Man, what a night in Boston. Like the thing that really stands out to me, pure joy when you,
Oh my
KG, and,
gosh.
and Doc were hugging on the sideline, just like everything that we went through from Rome to that moment right there. Like this, what at that point, what was that feeling like?
It was the best feeling in the world because you think about all the years from the time I started playing basketball, this is what it was all about. This is what it's all about. Making it to the NBA, winning a championship, and then doing it with the Boston Celtics. I'm hugging everybody. I'm ecstatic. I'm just like, man, these are my brothers for life. Everybody knows what we go through every day in practice. Every day is not always smooth. We have arguments, but it's all for this moment. And you can't. It just those moments will never go away, man. They live with you forever because you accomplished something as a team. And team sports is hard. Just getting everybody on the same page and for a common goal and then achieving that goal, it's the most amazing feeling in the
world. Whose idea was it to do the Gatorade thing?
Dude, you know what? I was just so excited. I didn't know. I couldn't think of nothing. I was like, man, we up 30 points and I'm on the sideline watching the fourth quarter. I had to do something. I was like, man, all these Gatorade baths they doing in football, why we can't do it in basketball? So I just like, man, this is a perfect opportunity. How can Doc get mad if we're up 30?
No, Doc's not going to get mad. Everybody else.
I was like, man, I'm about to pour the Gatorade. He deserved this. This is what championship coaches get when they win the Super Bowl. So I said, we could do this in the NBA.
When you're looking around at the arenas, you see Bill Russell, Hondo, Tommy Heinsohn, you see all the legends. What's that like?
Man, I just felt like I made them proud, and we made them proud. It's because you live under all these banners every day. You live under the Celtic legacy, and this is expectations when you play for Boston. We don't put the conference banners up. We don't put the divisional banners up. We only play for one thing, and that's championship. And these guys have cemented the Celtic lure. It's just they are the guys that started this. And it's just like to just be able to kind of like say, here, we did it for you guys. You guys are the ones who just really started the legacy of the Celtics. Bill Russell, Hondo, Havlicek, seeing these guys in the stands, JoJo White, got a lot of people that are here with us today. But, these are the guys I just remember years and years. They always came to the game over the years. This wasn't their first time. They came all the time doing losing and winning. And so when we finally won, it was just like, wow, I feel like I can breathe. I feel like I can breathe, Scal.
What did it do for you? Like before you won a championship, after you won a championship, what's the biggest difference in your mind for you, for Paul Pierce?
I've always been a player who had to earn everything he had. I was that player that had to earn respect. I mean, this started all the way back from the draft night. I was projected to be the number 2 pick. I slid to number 10. All right. I just wanted a guy that wanted to earn some of my respect amongst my peers around the league because I felt like it was there kind of, but, winning a championship really put it over the top. And I always tell people, you know what, I've always been the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA, a guy that just kind of floats under the radar, gets no respect. But once we won that chip, I seen the look at Paul Pierce was a little bit different than them summer gyms.
When did you know that this team was going to win it? Like, what part of the season were you like, man, this is different? Was it day one in Rome, or was it somewhere in the middle of that year?
Man, Scott, we talked about it from day one. That's the thing. Doc always said, if you want to accomplish something, you got to talk about it. You always got to say, look, when we get to the finals, look, we're going to the – I just remember being on the back of the bus with Ray KG, like, it's middle of the season. And you know what our conversations was? Man, when we win the championship, we should go to Italy. We should go back to Rome. We should do a big vacation. I'm serious. This was the conversation in the middle of the season, like what we going to do. You have to see it first in order to accomplish something. I always believe that. You have to envision it. And that was our vision all year long.
Yeah, what was it like going through this journey? Once again, like I said, I read, I listen to all your stuff. Your relationship with Kevin Garnett started way back when. What was it like going through this journey with him?
Man, it was amazing because the thing we always talk about, we met in high school and we played one tournament together.
No,
And
I'll give the people a little backdrop. I guess you always finish second. You always finish second until KG showed up.
Until KG showed up. The one tournament we finished second in 3 years in a row. KG comes in. We win the championship, packed crowd. It's the biggest invitational tournament in Vegas at the time, and we win it. And it was just like when we look back and we tell those stories to each other and we talk about our championship in Boston, we always say, man, we were supposed to link up like 3 or 4 years before this. I mean, could you imagine me and KG and in our early 20s or just mid-20s? Oh, man, we probably would have been sitting on like 3 or 4 championships because that proved to be a great combination, especially, the inside-outside threat in our relationship as being brothers, and it was amazing.
Another thing that I don't know if it's like this other places, but the amount of characters, whether it be the players, front office, the guys behind the scenes, the Johnny Joes of the world, like there's so many characters in Boston and being on that journey. Once again, the journey, like what was winning a championship with that group of guys would be completely different than any place else.
It's amazing, man. We had a group of very interesting characters, man. You could do a movie about every single person on that team. Very outgoing, very strong-willed, lot of energy in that locker room every day, lot of energy. And I think KG raised the energy because it was, how it was being in the locker room. Just when he walked in, it's just like the room changed. It's just like his presence. And, it was very uplifting and it's just, he just uplifted the room. And, he really brought the culture to Boston, I must say.
Paul, I really appreciate you coming by, man, doing this. This is it was cool to relive these quarters once again. Like I said, I completely forgot how this game unfolded. All I remember was the Gatorade at the end. But I really appreciate you stopping by and doing this for us.
Yeah, no problem, man. This is awesome. Anytime.